Aaron, we could do the video, or we could just play ping pong instead if you wanted to.
Do prospects ask what a good conversion rate looks like on the website?
They do, but to be honest, it's probably not the best way of thinking about it, because if you think of the various stages that someone can come onto a website based on where they are in their customer journey, it'll make a huge difference on how likely they are to then convert with you or not. So someone coming on, for example, at the awareness stage looking for inspiration on a new bathroom or something like that, they're very, very unlikely to go and buy a new toilet and a new bath, the tiles or whatever it is, right? Whereas someone who is looking for like a specific SKU and searching based on that, they're going to be much more likely to come through and convert with you. And there are so many other factors that come into play with it as well. So if you think, given two sites side by side, if a customer was looking for something, they're going to take into consideration stuff like the affinity that they have with the brand, the trust signals that they see on the site, like reviews, delivery and things like this. Obviously the price. There are dozens of different aspects to a conversion rate, but if I was talking to a prospect about it, to be honest, I would probably want to build that perspective of just judge yourself based on what you've done in the past, rather than comparing yourself to your competitors, because there are so many differentiating factors. So for example, you might want to isolate a given page and test a new wireframe or a new tone of voice or something like that, and then sort of A/B test that and see if you like the data, and then you'll have a good hypothesis of whether this is something that you'd like to roll out across the site, or whether you stick to the old way of doing it. So there's loads of stuff like that comes into it. Another thing that you need to think about as well is actually whether you've got the right landing environment based on the intent that someone is showing in their search behavior. So you want the most relevant page ranking. If you've got, for example, someone searching for, let's say, closed couple toilet or something like that, because they're looking for part of a new bathroom build, and you're showing them one specific product, even though you've got that category page for closed couple toilets and you've got that product paging instead of the category paging, that's a much worse experience. So looking at where you bring a prospect onto your website, depending on the intent that they're showing through the search and where they sit on their customer journey, is probably more important than those sort of CRO aspects and messing around with a font or messing around with a colour or something like that. There are much more important factors at play.
Do you find that prospects ask for CRO as a different service?
They do, and some companies do split it from their SEO. If you think of where SEO's come from, that experience and conversion rate optimization area of a website was seen as a very different endeavour to your SEO campaign. Now they're overlapped to the extent that you can't really do good SEO or organic search marketing without having that CRO or UX in place, and so it needs to play a role in everything that you do. And it sounds quite tenuous to say that technical SEO should consider conversion rate optimization or UX, this sort of thing. But really, even when you're doing stuff like navigation on a website, for example, something like that, you need to be considering the experience of the user and not just for the search engine. So I would always look at it as part of the whole package and almost have CRO that runs as a theme through everything that you do. I would always look to bring it in as part of the wider mix.